Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Somerville Licensing Commission for Tuesday, November 18th, 2025. I'm Chair and Commissioner Joe Lynch. To my left is Commissioner Jack Thomas. To my right is Commissioner Chris Allen. Pursuant to Chapter 2 of the Acts of 2025, this meeting of the Licensing Commission may be conducted via remote participation. We will post an audio recording, audio-video recording, transcript, or other comprehensive record of these proceedings as soon as possible after the meeting on the City of Somerville website. Also joining us tonight is Director of Operations for the City Clerk's Office, Michael Portier, our liaison from the Somerville Fire Department, Lieutenant Francis Harding, and our liaison from the Somerville Police Department, Captain Sheehan, and from the City Engineers Department, Nikki Aurora. They will all be commenting on any items that we may request their assistance. Gentlemen, you ready to go? First item on the agenda, communications. Minutes of the Licensing Commission regular meeting of 10/21/25. Commissioners, any questions, comments, or edits?
None.
Seeing none, Commissioner Allen would like to
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Michael on the roll call.
For in-person, would you
like to do that?
Not in person.
Thank you very much. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Item number 2, communication from Chairman Lynch, that would be me, in his capacity as chair, conveying the 2026 Licensing Commission meeting dates. Gentlemen, we have those in front of us. Any questions of Michael? Put this together for us so we know when our meetings are.
Are there any exceptions to the third Tuesday rule?
No, Mr. Commissioner.
Perfect.
What's that?
Yes.
Communication received, placed on file. Thank you, Michael, in the City Clerk's office. Item number 3 is a communication from me in my capacity as chair, requesting approval to allow wine and malt establishments to open until 1 a.m. on New Year's Eve, conditioned on providing notice to the City Clerk's office. Michael, I assume you will take care of this. Okay, and how do we let our wine and malt establishments know they can stay open until 1 on New Year's Eve?
Mr. Chair, through you, Michael Potier, Licensing Operations Manager, we're planning to send a communication electronically to them. Also included in that is going to be reference to the state law that was passed earlier this year, allowing them to convert their license if they so desire. And Mr. Chair, through you, just one more thing, this does require a vote.
Thank you very much. And you are in that communication, you are conditioning it, saying you must notify me that you are taking advantage of staying open till 1 a.m. Beautiful.
Mr. Chair, through you, we're going to replicate the ABCC 1 a.m. form.
Very good. Thank you. Commissioner Thomas would like to
Ask a question.
Oh, sorry, my apologies.
Are there any fees associated with this extended opening?
No, Mr. Commissioner.
No further questions, Mr. Chair.
That sounds like a question I would ask.
Really?
How much is this gonna cost our licensees? Any other questions?
Just wanted to confirm, like, what was the legislation at the state level that changed this?
Mr. Commissioner, through you, this was the legislation passed at the state level where if you are a wine and malt and you'd like to convert to an all forms, it doesn't decrease the quota amount of all forms licenses.
Understood. Thank you. No further questions.
Thank you very much. Commissioner Thomas would like to.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All 3 commissioners in the affirmative, Michael. Thank you very much. Thanks for putting that together for us. Okay, why don't we do this? Do you want me to continue? These are all communications that you're asking for, right? Item
correct.
4, item 5. I'm sorry, item 4, right? You want to take it?
Correct.
We'll get those out of the way. Okay, so item 4 is the 2025 Licensing Commission licensee status report. All right, every year, we have to go through the 2 a.m. closings, and we have no detrimental reports on file from the city.
Mr. Chair,
City
through
Clerk's
you,
office.
that's correct. One clerical amendment to item number 4 is Gaucho Brazilian Cuisine does not have a 2 a.m. license.
Okay. All right, so when we vote on this, we are voting on everything except for Gaucho Brazilian Cuisine.
Mr. Chair, through you, just a point of clarification. Item 4 doesn't need a vote, but item 9, the ABTC renewal will. So these are just a communication to,
Yeah, why don't we take them back to back then,
Sure.
and then get them both out of the way?
absolutely.
Okay, so gentlemen, we've been presented that the city clerk's office is going to extend the 2 a.m. closing, right? For the address, business name and the addresses as followed, with the exception of Gaucho Brazilian cuisine. Okay, so move. Thank you, Michael. Would you say item number 9?
That's what, Mr. Chair.
Item number 9, gentlemen, is we are requesting approval of all 2026 ABCC license renewals. And that is for all the rest of our folks who have different closing hours, different types of licenses. This is their renewals. Michael, there was a little bit of a kerfuffle in terms of trying to get paperwork in for the renewals. Have all of those been cleaned up?
Mr. Chair, through, I'm not sure what you're referring to. We're still in the process of actively receiving the signed ABCC renewal forms from our licensees.
Okay.
It takes several weeks to just get everyone to
Okay.
submit paperwork. I don't know if you're referring to something specific.
Yeah, there was where a couple of weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, there was a little bit of an incident where one of our departments, ISD, was requesting information from our licensees and they weren't getting that information, and they temporarily closed these establishments.
Understood, Mr. Chair, through, that was a health food license. Those are related to their health food licenses and not related to their ABCC licenses to serve alcohol.
Okay, so that was strictly on the food license.
That's correct.
Got it. Okay, but effectively, if they're being closed on the food license, it would have affected their alcoholic beverage license
Mr.
because they would have
Chair,
been ordered to be closed.
Mr. Chair.
That's the connection that I'm trying to make sure that our ISD folks understand.
Understood, Mr.
Okay.
Chair, for you, and just for a point of information, I have communicated with ISD and we're going to work on improving that communication.
Great, terrific. I'm happy with that. Okay, do we need a vote on item number 9?
Mr. Chair, if you vote would be okay, please.
Okay, Commissioner Thomas would like to.
Make a motion to approve.
Second,
All those in favor?
aye.
Aye, all 3 commissioners in the affirmative. Michael, thank you for putting that together. Best wishes. I hope everybody complies with your requests. Let's go back to some out of order. Would you like to do out of order? We done with communications?
Mr. Chair, we do have 5, 6, 7, and 8 if you'd like. Those are still communications on page 3. I can also go to folks who are here. Person up to you.
Okay, let's go to. I don't think I have any questions on issued licenses. That's fairly
Yep.
straightforward.
And Mr. Chair, those tables are still part of item number 4. If you go to page 3, item 5.
Right. And then the returned alcohol service licenses, we know the reasons. Yep, thank you. And then you want to go to number 5 right away?
Yeah, we can do the rest of the communications, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
That's your pleasure.
Item number 5 is the licensing commission is requesting a status report from Distinct Beer and Wine, Inc., DBA Distinct Beer and Wine, 14 McGrath Highway, AL 170323, regarding use of their wine and malt package store license. This has been continued from the October meeting. Is the licensee holder present?
Yes,
Thank you very much. If you could state your name for the record for us.
yeah, I'm the owner of the distinct beer wine, and then you construct with that.
Okay, and how long have you owned the license?
6 years,
6 years, okay? And what is the status of the 14 McGrath Highway facility?
because we closed because a lot of they have a liquor junction came in the same shopping center. I have store inside the stock market, but right now I'm looking for the another place, but we cannot find yet.
You own this package store license
Yes,
because of competition within the shopping district. You've kind of put it on hold and you're looking for a new location. Have I got that right?
yes.
Okay, great.
If you have any full liquor license available?
Let us ask some questions and then you can ask the clerk. Okay, so the question is, when did you close 14 McGrath Highway?
Last year, January,
Last year, okay. Are you aware that you were supposed to notify the licensing commission when you closed the establishment?
yes.
Okay, have we got that on record that they notified us that they were closed?
Mr. Chair, I believe it came to our attention during the renewal process, so we do have a note of that.
Okay, all right. how are you actively looking for a new site?
Yeah, we have a couple of real estate agent. To find that any good.
So you have some brokers looking for you. Okay, and you're gonna try to stay within the confines of the city of Somerville
Yes.
for that.
Fine, we can sell them.
Okay, okay, and then you asked us a question about a full liquor license, okay? I'm gonna defer to Michael because we probably do have some full liquor license package store. No, package stores are private licenses, so they have to be purchased on the open market. So what we can do is we probably have the name of some brokers that are easily available, right? You can request or Google it, right?
Anything like, I have suggestion like, city give the license to the liquor junction.
Not for package stores.
Yeah, food package transfer to over there in my shopping center and hurt my business. So maybe if it is city, give us the liquor license is much efficient.
Let me see if I understand what you're asking us to do. Are you asking us to help you obtain a full liquor license for a package store? We cannot do that. We are not a broker and we could help you. Michael can help you with the names of some brokers, but we do not get involved in the sale of your existing license or a new license. Okay? Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. What do you think your time frame is going to be in obtaining a new site for this?
No, sure, we look in the place, I want to. It's not competition, to put in the right place, not next to the other liquor store. But I don't find anything. If you have anything, let us know, I can open it.
Yeah, just so the licensing commission needs to steer clear of doing any transaction like that. I would say get in touch with the Chamber of Commerce. Or Michael could also be able to help you with how that works on how you do it, but we can't get involved in the financial transaction. Okay, so, gentlemen, that's all the questions I have. We want to take it over and then we'll see what we want to do. Okay? Commissioner Allen.
I have no further questions for the licensee.
Commissioner Thomas.
Would just be. Do you have any sort of time frame where you think you'd be able to establish in a new location, like a year, 18 months?
Yeah. If I find, so I can open right away.
So there's no timeline. No further questions, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Sir, when did you purchase this? When did you originally purchase the license?
2020.
2020. And you had been operating at Twin City Mall for a while. And then a new package store came in and kind of hurt your businesses. Okay, now I get it. All right, gentlemen, I would be amenable to 3 months.
So sorry.
Sure, come on up. Yeah, if you could state your name for the record.
Brennan, my partner. So what happened was we took over in 2014. When we took over,
Okay.
just.
That's what I thought I heard at the beginning. Yeah,
So what I want to say is, when we took over, there was only a saving.
Mhm.
And
Across the street. They were across the highway.
We knew Ben for a long time, so anyways. We took over, nothing was there, we started, running the business, we did a great job, the clients will, all people were happy in the store market, everything, and suddenly, I don't know where, in the third year. The liquor junction came in.
A competitor came in. Yep.
We were hearing and everything, there is a Cambridge Liquors right across the parking lot, and then a Save More. And, I understand that the transfer was, it really hurted us so bad that we went in debt. I wasn't sure how this works. We are willing to open or transfer this license somewhere else, but I really need to. I'm not asking for like a concrete confirmation, but how does this work? 'Cause I
I really saved up some money and then put it in. Now I'm down, and I have one toddlers, he's obviously well to do. So I just wanted to understand this whole,
Sure, so package stores are a little different than how we do our licenses for restaurants. Package stores are privately owned. They're bought on the open market, they're sold on the open market. This licensing commission does not control where package stores go. So we don't have buffer zones, we don't have per board, we don't have any of those restrictions. The restriction we do have is from the state, which says we cannot issue more than 29.
19, Mr. Chair.
No, all package stores,
All package.
all package stores. I believe it's 29, and then there's a mix of.
I believe you're correct,
Yeah.
Mr. Chair.
So we cannot exceed 29 package stores, whether they are beer and wine only, or they are full liquor stores.
so I, any next to any.
You can find any site in the city. It could be a neighborhood store. You could do, because we have a couple of other, beer and wine only. Why Not Variety comes to mind at the corner of Willow and
Yeah.
Morrison. We have another one at Highland and Central that has beer and wine, and they are classified as a package store license. Or as an alternative, you could sell that license on the open market and just get out of the business.
Yeah.
So I think those are your alternatives. We're not here to give you business advice on
No.
how to do it.
I just wanted to understand, like, there's no kind of limit on how close it could be next door.
Yeah, I would be reluctant right now to give you all the rules and regs. Stay in touch with Michael. He'll be happy to walk you through the process of what do we do now that we have this license? And it didn't work out in our former location. So if you want to stay in Somerville, we'd love to have you. But there are state rules and there are city rules. Okay,
Clear.
so how about 3 months? You want to give it 3 months and then have Michael work with them and see if we can assist? And then have them back in 3 months and give us an update. How's that sound? Is that okay? Great.
February.
We don't meet in December, so why
Months or
don't,
meetings?
why don't we bring them back in March?
Sounds good.
Yep.
Just,
March of 2026, you'll get a notice from the city clerk's office to come on back in and update us.
can we do 6? 6 months.
I'd be reluctant with 6.
That is about.
I would flag particularly with the fact that from a January 2024 closure to today, we're coming up on 2 years already and looking at how we have treated other licenses that are inactive. I think that would not be consistent.
Got it.
We're also up against a constraint with the state. The state does not want you to pocket that license. It has to be active within a certain amount of time, and if you close, it comes back to us to give you some grace period. We can very rarely defend a 1-year closure without any status update.
Makes sense.
Okay, so I would prefer March of 2026. Come on back in, give us an update. If an extension is required, talk to us.
Okay.
Okay, great. Someone wants to get to bed, Jim.
To me.
Thank you.
All right, all set? Yeah, I'd be willing to go ahead and continue this item with a status update in March of 2026. You got that, Michael?
Yep.
All set? You're all set. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming up. Okay, item number 6, Civility, DBA Civility Social House, 490 Foley Street, conveying removal of the public parklet seating, maintaining private patio seating. Received, placed on file. Item number 7, H&P Restaurant Group, Inc., DBA Gaucho Brazilian Cuisine, 102 Broadway, conveying removal of public sidewalk and parklet seating. Communication received, placed on file. Item number 8, Fire Department Liaison conveying to the Fire Commission fire safety violations at Condog Somerville, Inc., DBA Condog Somerville, 236 Elm Street. Lieutenant Auding, are you available to comment on the reason?
Thank you, Chair Lynch. Through you, I sent Michael a summary by email of our concerns, but to restate them for the benefit of all the commissioners. And for the record, both ISD building inspector team and Somerville Fire are concerned about the repeated building and fire code violations. And we do want to note that the owner has been compliant and has taken nearly all of the steps that we require for compliance. So we will be meeting them back on site just as soon as they complete the full list of required changes. And we expect to have that full compliance and to be able to, we would love to see them stay in business safely and continue with their normal operations in terms of their food and beverage service. The level of concern was use of liquid fuel fired uh, equipment on site as part of their normal food service. Repeated use.
Lieutenant Otting, I'm sorry, are we talking sterno, propane, or what?
It was uh, butane. So
Butane, thank you.
yes, so that was part of their normal food operation to have open flame at their tables with ordering of certain dishes that they had determined they wanted to heat tableside, actually cook tableside, which is extremely dangerous. And then compiled with that concern was their extensive use of non-approved, highly flammable table, decor, wall treatments, various various decor items that weren't properly there was no certification provided to us in terms of being flame retardant or treated. And so uh, that that was a repeated violation over a period of over 2 years. After the first violation, we fully advised them. There was communication in person and by email. But then when I went back in for an inspection roughly a month and a half ago, uh, additional violations were in place, as well as constructions in the seating area and at the service area that were unapproved. So building modifications were done extensively. Again, use of materials that weren't approved, including 2x4s and roofing materials. And so we fully advised, and the restaurant was compliant with removing all of those constructions. Again, that's overseen by the building inspector, but it creates a fire hazard because it obstructs the installed fire performance systems. And not to belabor or to take up any further time, but due to the high level of life safety and extreme hazards that were being created by those repeated violations, we wanted to bring this matter to uh, through you, Chairman Lynch, to all the commissioners, and just to place this on record so that the the restaurant owner understands that compliance moving forward is required as a condition for their continued operation. Again, we wish them all the success. It is our responsibility to ensure the life safety of every building occupant. That's a older existing building with many different occupancies in the entire building. And not only would the restaurant workers and occupants be impacted by uh, those hazards that they were creating, but also everyone else who utilizes that building and anyone responding or in the area should there be a fire or other type of life safety incident. And we, again, appreciate everybody's time and for your attention to raise these concerns to you, again, to place on record. And we have fully advised the owner. We have received nearly full compliance. And to restate, this is the second time we have gone through that process, and the violations were more serious this year.
Lieutenant Otting, thank you for the update. Notification has been given. Could you just succinctly say that you have been following this restaurant with repeated violations for the last 2 years and trying to assist the restaurant to come into compliance? It sounds to me not only with fire code violations, but building code violations as well. To your knowledge or Michael's knowledge, have there been any health code violations cited for this establishment?
Mr. Chair, through you, none that I'm aware of. That would be a better question for our ISD Health Department, but I'm not aware of any myself.
Okay. Lieutenant Otting, your recommendation to us is keep this on file, keep an eye on it. Would you like to update us next month on this and see if they're fully in compliance?
Yes, Mr. Chair, through you, your summary was succinct and fully encapsulated our communications and our actions taken to date. And let's bring this back a month from now. I expect to have that full compliance. At that point, we'll be able to assist them with the renewal process, which they were not able to successfully complete in last year. We are now in the next renewal cycle. So this is a matter of importance for the restaurant in terms of retaining the ability to operate as they have been with their full liquor license.
Got it. Lieutenant Otting, thank you very much. It's the intention of this commission to keep the public, the employees, our licensees, and our public safety responders safe. So if we have an organization that is not in compliance, it is our duty to rectify that. Michael, if you could, I'd like a report from the city clerk's office on any and all violations by CONDOG. That will include fire citations, any fines paid for illegal construction, business permit, non-operational business permit, and health safety permits. So anything that we issue through the city of Somerville, if they've been fined or held in violation.
Understood.
Okay, great. Lieutenant Otting, thank you. Any other questions? Sorry. You good?
Just wanted to confirm that both of these times that you were on premise and observed violations, these were both during the course of the annual license renewal?
Lieutenant
Uh,
Otting, that's for you. Yeah.
Yes, thank you. I just unmuted myself. Mr. Chair, through you, Commissioner Allen, last year, Captain Richardson was in this role, and this, yes, was noticed during the on-site inspection by Captain Richardson. He has emailed documentation and photos, uh, re- forming a record of what he found during that renewal cycle. And then in following up, working with Michael on that outstanding item, since full compliance was never gained last year, this was prior to the renewal cycle for 2026. When I became involved, it occurred when I took on the same role that Captain Richardson had been fulfilling for the Somerville Fire Department as the liaison. And so I followed up on those outstanding violations.
Thank you. One last question, Lieutenant Otting. Could you help me understand how we did the 2025 renewal if fire had not gotten full compliance?
This predated my assignment to the role. And so I can tell you that fire status update continued to read denied. So I do not, uh, without review, I wouldn't be able to comment further. I could share the inspection notes that were made by the fire inspector. I can share the status update, but in regards to the renewal process or how Kongdog moved through that, that would be outside of my purview.
Understood. Thank you, Lieutenant Otting. No further questions.
Okay. Francis, Lieutenant Otting, thank you. Michael, if you could also find out for us on the renewal. It sounds like we've had a license that had no sign off from fire department and we just reissued it.
We didn't reissue it.
We did not.
No.
Okay,
It's still pending on renewal.
no, I think what you were referring to is the 2025.
Like renewal for calendar year 2025.
Right,
Correct.
they've been operating.
They've been operating with that one.
The renewal hasn't been completed. They've been going through the,
No, I think we're not talking about next year's. We're talking about this year.
I'm talking
This-
about this year. It
okay.
hasn't completed its renewal. The expiration date still says 2024.
So we have a licensee who's operating without a valid license,
Pending their fire.
who's been cited multiple times by multiple different departments in the city.
To my knowledge, that I don't know,
Okay.
Mr. Chair, through you, what citations or anything that's happened. I just know that they haven't been able to pass their fire inspections.
Mr. Chair, Lieutenant Otting, if I may, through you, comment on Michael's persistence. He raised this to my attention as soon as, actually prior to me taking on the role when I was being trained. And so this has been a matter of high importance for both of our departments. I can just speak to our communication, both by email and by phone. And if I may surmise, it's always been the practice of ISD Building and Somerville Fire Department to work with our constituents to gain compliance versus, to my knowledge, there's been no fines issued, but there's certainly been documentation of the failed inspections and of all the violations by both ISD and building and fire. And so that was the status update. The city clerk's office has certainly been persistently working with all parties involved, including Kongdog, uh, to understand whether compliance had been gained. And it might have been in the transfer of the position from Captain Richardson to myself, where this was on everybody's radar, but maybe got pushed to the back burner. So again, I take full responsibility, and this is why I'm bringing this matter to your attention, with my thanks to Michael for adding it to the agenda. And the good news is that we are gaining full compliance from Kongdog. The last outstanding item is repair of exterior tiling. So we are certainly very pleased with the dramatic change. It's a full return to a safe building from the building inspector and fire inspector's
Okay.
standpoint.
All right, Lieutenant Otting, does this licensee pose a danger to the public or to its employees?
Due to the follow-up by city clerk's office, fire, and ISD building, all of those outstanding issues have been rectified, except for the broken tiles that are tripping hazard outside of at the entrance.
Okay.
So they no
Okay.
longer do pose, to answer your question directly, no longer. But it certainly was, we have photos and an inspection report to show how serious the building and fire violations were at the state we found them in about a month and a half ago.
My concern is just that a licensee who gets to nearly the end of November without having renewed their license for the calendar year is effectively operating without a license at that point. I appreciate your work, Lieutenant Otting. I think we have I'm glad to hear that the safety issues have been resolved. I think we as a commission will have to review our internal processes that a renewal can get that late in the calendar year without being addressed by the commission.
Okay. Commissioner Thomas.
I do believe that the city or this office should act as a buffer from any liability, from these establishments. So repeated violations, no active license, that would be cause for immediate closure or shutdown until at least fire inspection. That's where I would go.
Okay. Michael, is there anything that we can add to help
Yeah,
Lieutenant Otting on the?
Mr. Chair, through you, just several points of clarification.
Sure.
It's not uncommon for businesses to require additional inspections when they've been cited. Not, and citation is completely the wrong word because they haven't been cited. They have failed a reinspection if they failed an inspection.
Mhm.
Some of the changes that need to be made are quite costly and require hiring a contractor.
Mhm.
So there is some sense of leniency while the business is getting up to code
Mhm.
to not shut them down immediately.
Mhm.
Second point is that the fire department or ISD Health could shut them down anytime that's beyond the purview of the licensing commission itself. So to the
Mhm.
extent that the fire prevention.
Well, not necessarily. Not necessarily. If fire is coming in and saying there's a life safety issue here with one of your licensees, we're going to shut it down. We would concur with that. Or if or if fire is coming in and saying, we don't think you should shut it down now, it's still in the purview of the licensing commission to suspend that license until they come into compliance.
Mr. Chair, through you, my
Okay.
understanding is that that's partially correct. The fire department could go there right now and shut them down. To the extent that that was not their choice, this commission has its own recourse available, show cause hearings, things like that. But again, it's common and it's sounding to me based on some feedback from licensees this year that the fire code is being enforced at possibly more carefully.
As well, it should be.
And
Yes.
so folks are not used to that necessarily. And so there's just things that are being pointed out that they need to make changes to. And I believe that this is just one of them. So it wasn't as if they were operating without a license. They were actively engaged in the renewal process in responses to communication.
Commissioner Allen.
At least for this applicant with the timeline that Lieutenant Otting has outlined, I don't necessarily agree with that assessment. But I do appreciate your note, and I would clarify that in general, I agree that for most of our licensees, issues being found during inspection, giving them time to work on them is absolutely reasonable. I think on this one, it's just the timeline that really like the extended timeline, and I'll flag that. Yes, some items are expensive and require contractors. Removing butane burners from your stove, from your tabletop is not one of those.
Right. Or getting rid of flammable paper mache hanging in the middle of the dining room. I don't think this is for us to debate tonight. Lieutenant Otting is willing to work with the licensee. Michael Patier works with our liaisons, so we're going to depend on them. But I would give fair warning to all of our licensees is that if you are caught with an expired license by a state policeman, there are repercussions for that. I'm not looking at anybody in the audience. I'm trying to get that across. A license is a license. If it's expired or if it's been revoked, you got a problem. So Lieutenant Otting, thank you for all the work on this. I know that you've been doing a lot of stuff over the last year. Michael, thank you on it. Let's keep this, let's address this again in January. It's just a communication from the fire department updating us. There's no action going to be taken by the commission tonight. Okay, so we'll keep it in our mind. Thank you, Lieutenant Otting.
Thank you, Chairman
Okay.
Lynch.
Okay, you had some items you wanted to take out of order. Is our engineering liaison available?
Yes, please, Mr. Chair, through you as a courtesy to staff, items 21 and 22 both contain outdoor dining.
Thank you very much. Item 21 is a request from EB Sushi Inc. They are looking for a change of DBA, the 2 a.m. license, outdoor dining, and entertainment by performers indoors. EB Sushi is located at 10 Prospect Street, and they're requesting approval of the change of the DBA as I described. They are also looking for an hours change as described in the agenda. This is a public hearing. Is the applicant present? I've been informed by Commissioner Thomas that he will recuse himself from voting on this item. EB Sushi, are they available?
Mr. Chair, through you, I do see the applicant. You are unmuted on our end.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi, how are you? If you could state your name for the record for us, please.
Yes, good afternoon. My name is Stephanie Ladner, owner of EB Sushi. I apologize. I have a 9-year-old with a cold, so I couldn't be there in person.
Stephanie, I think you were in last month. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Yes. And through some paperwork, we have to have you back this month. And this is for your outdoor dining.
Correct.
Okay. Outdoor dining, number of seats, 14. Is that on private property?
Yes and no.
Okay.
The line, from what I remember, the line was a little tricky. And I don't know if Michael can help me with that.
Yeah, our engineering folks are gonna explain it to us, but just as a matter of course, so there's a little dance that we have to do with where it is, where it's located, both public and private property. Okay, and this is the move that you've been anticipating for a while, correct?
Yes, we are
That's
right at all the construction going on.
Great. Stephanie, thank you very much. Commissioner, before we go to the public and before we go to engineering, any questions for Stephanie from EB Sushi?
No questions.
No questions, no questions. Nikki Aurora, from an engineering standpoint for the city of Somerville, comment on the plan, please.
Good evening. Engineering has reviewed this, and I am not sure if it is on public or private, but regardless, we recommend it for approval. It follows all of the guidelines.
Okay, well, I got a couple of questions then.
I'm
Private,
looking now to,
private patio can stay open year round with appropriate amendments to their license. Public would be on public-owned property by the city of Somerville on sidewalks or parklets. So we need to know that in order for us to allow outdoor dining. Michael.
Mr. Chair, through you, it's sort of like a little into their property and like a little onto the sidewalk. So it's effectively like a chair is like partially on their property and partially on the sidewalk. So to the extent that the question is related to seasonal operation, it would probably be more public than private in terms of the intrusion. And I'm just pulling it up right now.
Okay. Stephanie, does that make sense? What Michael is advising us is that because of the majority of your outdoor dining would be on public property, you would be under the guidelines to remove that outdoor dining no later than November 31st of each year that you have it.
Yes, that's more than okay with us. It's only 14 seats, and to be honest with you, we are okay to just have it for the summer.
Okay, all right. So Michael, I'm going to leave it to administratively how we do this, but it should be classified as public property.
Correct. Mr.
Okay.
Chair.
All right, and Nikki, engineering is recommending approval.
correct.
Thank you very much. Let's go to members of the public.
This is a public hearing. If you're a member of the public here to speak on this item, please raise your hand in the Zoom lobby or approach the podium in the city council chambers. Mr. Chair, seeing none.
Seeing none, close that part of the public hearing. Commissioner Allen would like to.
Make a motion to approve.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Two commissioners in the affirmative, one recuse. Thank you. Stephanie, thank you very much. Congratulations. We'll see you soon.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you. Our next is item 22, Michael. This is for outdoor dining, and we have Nikki on the line. We have the applicant present in the chamber. This is for a new all forms restaurant license, common victular, outdoor private dining, and entertainment by devices outdoors. This is for the Lawn Bar, doing DBA, the Lawn Bar at 300 Assembly Row. Approval for the all forms, as I described, hours of operation outdoor only, 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. Proposed number of indoor seats is 0. The outdoor seats is 168. This is a public hearing. Welcome back. State your name for the record.
My name is Chris Damian. I'm the owner of the Lawn Bar. Fellow Commissioners, Commissioner Allen, Commissioner Thomas, Chairman Lynch, Michael.
And Chris, this is now the culmination of what you've been doing during the season, which is you've been obtaining 30-day licenses to operate the Lawn Bar. You're now going into a more permanent mode, operating with outdoors all year round.
That is correct.
All year round. Got it. Commissioner Thomas, take it away.
No questions, Mr. Chair.
Commissioner Allen.
Will you be using any sort of heating devices?
Depending on what it is, like even right now, Federal Realty is talking about putting those igloo type things up. But it will depend on how they're gonna plan to activate it in the upcoming year. Possibly on a ice skating rink, they talked about doing, not doing it for 2026, but that might be coming the following year. Outdoor shopping, they're really trying to activate the outdoor space to get more people in development. Support the retailers.
Understood, thank you. We'll just obviously note that if you do add heating, please consult with our
Yes.
fire
I'm
department.
aware of that.
We'll miss getting the monthly updates.
Thank you.
That's it from me.
Great, thank you. Chris, I have no questions directly related to your application, but your discussions with Federal Realty. I don't know how Federal Realty relays that to the city clerk's office about what they're trying to do in activation down there. But if you could make sure that the commission knows what they're doing, right? The activation of that big site has implications for licensees like Chris or other vendors they might bring in. So, okay, great. Have no other questions? Michael, are there any members of the public?
This is a public hearing. If you're a member of the public here to speak on this item, please raise your hand in the Zoom lobby or approach the podium in the city council chambers.
And did we forget Nikki? For outdoor dining?
We did. I'm sorry, Nikki.
Nikki Aurora. I
That's all
forgot
right.
you.
This is also a quick one. We've reviewed and we are recommending it for approval.
Very good. Thank you, Nikki. And then once
Public
again,
hearing is still open.
no members of the public?
Not seeing none, Mr. Chair.
Seeing none, close that part of the public hearing. Commissioner Thomas would like to.
Make a motion to approve.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, all three commissioners in the affirmative. Chris, best wishes next year.
Appreciate it.
Great, thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
And Michael, thank you for working well with the applicant on this one. Been a long road for them. Wish them well. Next, out of order,
Mr. Chair, through you, is number 10.
number 10 is the applicant present.
Mr. Chair, through you, I do see the licensee present here in the city council chamber.
Very good. This is a notice of violation. This is hearing for Mike's Bar Inc., DBA Mike's Bar, 97 Washington Street. And this is a show cause hearing as to why they're all forms alcoholic beverages, 7-day license, common victular license, entertainment by devices and performers licenses, and 10 a.m. Sunday operating license should not be modified, suspended, revoked, or forfeited, or the hours during which alcoholic beverages be reduced for alleged violations of the following Somerville Licensing Commission rules and regs as stated. Welcome. If you could state your name for the record.
Yeah, my name's Joe Gilda.
Joe, welcome back. We've had a subsequent violation, so I think you've been notified why you're here. Could you tell us why this keeps happening?
Yeah, so we were put on, you gave us a 6-month window, we got everything cleaned up. There's a number of steps we've taken that I'd like to share with you what we've done. This is the only violation that we've had. In that time, I just want to run through what we've done to get that cleaned up.
Please, the commissioners will be interested. Yes.
Sure. So we terminated a number of problem bartenders down there that either couldn't enforce the rules or were bringing in, came in with the wrong crowd of folks we don't want in there. That's number one. We installed cameras inside the premises that were all actively able to monitor, along with the appropriate signage that says, hey, you're on camera. We tried doing that outside. I don't know why we can't get that to connect. I think it has something to do with the brick facade of the building, but we tried putting cameras outside. We weren't able to do that, or we're working through that. Bartender training to enforce the rules, tip certification, also reinforcing the fact that nobody's allowed outside the side door. So if you're not familiar with the property, there's the Washington Street entrance. So front of the street entrance, then there's like a back parking lot where we try to keep everybody out of. So there's been signage installed there. We actually just put up emergency exit signage as well to keep everybody out there, just everybody out front. If they want to smoke, everybody has to go up front. If you recall, there were some picnic tables in storage that were locked behind gates. The committee asked us to change locks. We changed lock. We also covered tables altogether to just keep everybody out there, because that's not where they should be. About signage as well. So we're actively trying to keep everybody out there. We've also brought in door staff on nights that we know is going to be busy to enforce the rules down there. So
What nights are they on, Joe?
typically Friday and Saturday nights, but it depends on you know, we have a birthday party or we're expecting a crowd, that's when we down there.
Okay.
So that's what we've done. I want to stop there and give the committee the chance to ask any questions before I move on to what we're going to do moving forward.
Thank you very much. Commissioner Thomas.
I'm not Commissioner.
Commissioner Thomas.
You called my name, but looked over there, trying to make sure, but I have no direct questions at this time, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much. Sorry, Joe. Commissioner Allen.
I appreciate the update. I think maybe if we could look at the failure mode that we observed, that we got an email about, somebody walks out front, walks around the side, micturates, which was a word that I learned as part of this, and I didn't need to learn that.
Yeah.
Using big words
Yeah.
again.
I was taught by Michael here.
Okay, okay.
I guess like, where's the gap in the process that this is still happening?
Yeah, so. I don't know, I think part of it is more door staff, that we're gonna get down, we're gonna have maybe more door staff Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Regardless of whether it's gonna be a busy night or not. I need to reach out to the property owner to understand, to get some security footage, so we can identify the persons, if that person did come from the bar, if they're obviously banned. But I'm assuming this came from the bar, but there's also just neighborhood problems down there, we just had a break in, just last week, where there's people that come and go. I'm not saying this wasn't us, but I think part of it gets blamed on us, part of it because of the problems that we've had in the past. So to your point about process, I want to understand if this is a person that's regularly down there, I want them go. But back to process, we're talking about board staff, that's enhancement to the process. I'm going to turn that exit into a alarm triggered emergency exit, so that, you know, the sign is there right now as a stopgap until we find a contractor to be down there. But I think if you all just going out to restaurants and establishments yourself and see if the emergency exit your power of tripping that alarm, is that great? So that's what we're going to determine the process. Get the camera placed outside, we can actually monitor outside, you know, try and do that. I don't know if it's a Wi-Fi connectivity issue or we didn't get the right model or whatnot, but that's something. Also, we're gonna put up a fence. Right now, there's only a 2 or 3 foot fence in the back of the property between us and who I think is the neighbor that issued a complaint. We're gonna put up a fence, consult with the building department, consult with the owner to make it higher to that neighbor, more privacy, we're willing to meet that cost 100%. So, trying to see if there's anything that's in this here. That covers it. If there's any other suggestions from the chair, from the committee, like, we're happy to take those, but I think, you know, we were kind of disappointed to see this happen for a number of reasons, right? Like, we got things in order there. This was the only thing that we saw, but there's still some improvements that we can make.
Excellent. One more follow-up question. You mentioned you dismissed some staff who were not holding your patrons to the expected standards. I guess, do you have like do you have a way of tracking patrons who are banned? And do you actually have like, have there been any of those in the last 6 months as part of cleanup?
So we're taking it a mandate that everybody boards tip certified, to have all the standards in place. We have an alcohol incentive book that we keep behind not behind the bar, but the back storage area where we log anything that may have happened. We do have a list of bar patrons. That list has increased in the last couple of months. We have had one incident where a patron did come in, and that person was immediately removed. So we use those two things.
Do you have confidence that your bartenders are reporting events and recording them in that book? Because I do recall one of the issues that you had previously was you were not getting the news about incidents, emergency calls.
Yes, I do, and I'm in regular communication with bartenders down there now. So, as an example, I think 2 weeks ago, they called me that so-and-so was in the bar, he's, you know, on the bar list, and you know, we worked together to get that patron.
Understood.
So that line of communication is not present.
Thank you. No further questions right now.
Thank you very much. Commissioner,
Yeah, quick question. So how many bathrooms on site?
One, mentioned,
Just one. Last time, I think one of the recommendations I mentioned was to add a security camera to the back. So very happy to see
Yeah.
that that was one of the mitigation steps you took. I think a Wi-Fi extender, would absolutely help getting through that brick wall, for that matter. But other than that, I think, yeah, I don't have any further questions, Mr. Chair. Those are my two main ones.
Thank you very much. Joe, thank you for coming back. Tell Michelle regards. You got a good establishment. I find that you are taking the steps that were suggested to you by the commission. Unfortunately, I think you got a couple of bad actors down there. They get their bladders full. They think nothing of walking out of your establishment, walking onto private property and urinating. That is what gets the neighbors upset. So from my findings, you're taking the steps to correct it. I don't know what else to tell you other than the bad actors are putting your license at risk.
Okay.
So it's gotta be you taking them out of commission. Sorry, bad choice of words. It's gotta be you taking them away from your premises and say, look, guys, you're gonna cost us money. So you got a bad bladder, go home, right? It is clear that we can help you with this because as part of the evidence that was submitted to us was the video.
It was, okay.
We can release that video to you. If you can identify that patron, that person's name goes up on the list. So I don't think I want to take any further action on this. I think it was a legitimate complaint because we had the evidence in front of us. Clearly, this person came out your front door, walked around the corner onto private property, relieved himself, and then went right back around the corner. All I can say is, how about a porta potty? I don't know if you haven't got capacity in the number of bathrooms down there. Maybe a porta potty away from other residences, but that's an expense to you. But that keeps you away from us.
Yeah. We're open to it. I assume that we can take that offline.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Michael just shakes his head when I make common sense suggestions, but look, I don't want to take any other action on this. I don't know about the other commissioners.
No, I would agree, and I appreciate your update. It's really nice to hear, like, not just policy changes, but like concrete infrastructure changes.
Yeah.
And I think those are the path forward.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm starting to get more involved in the business and getting a bit more hands-on, so we've made some progress. We need to make some more progress, and we're going to do that.
Okay, thank you very much. Michael, this is not a public hearing, I take it.
Correct, Mr. Chair.
It's not a public hearing, so we're not going to take any comments from the public. I would make the recommendation that the hearing has been completed and no action is required by the Somerville Licensing Commission.
Placed on file.
Placed on file. Joe Kilduff, thanks for coming back. Thank you very much.
There you go.
All right, I hope we don't see you again. Great, thank you. Next item, please.
Yes, Mr. Chair. That brings us to item 16.
We have some folks in the chamber.
We do.
Come on up, welcome, state your name for the record, please. Item number 16. Is it? Thank you. It is an application for a new common victualler license and entertainment by devices indoors. I can read the item, but for the information, I am going to recuse myself from voting on this one as I am at the same address for the Somerville Media Center in which I serve on the board of directors. Good Grain, Inc., DBA Wild Grain, 29 Preparedly Way, requesting approval of a common victualler license and entertainment by devices indoors, hours of operation Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., Sunday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m., indoor seats, 23. This is a public hearing. Commissioner Allen, can you take over, please?
Absolutely. Could you start by telling us a little bit about your proposed business?
Yes, the business is an extension of an existing Somerville business called Wild Grain. It's a direct-to-consumer subscription box that sends pastas, pizzas, breads, and pastries frozen to all of our customers across the US. And we are hoping to open, pending approval, a physical location that is the first of hopefully many that utilizes the product sourcing and supply chain of the existing company to provide these pastries and breads to folks within our neighborhoods.
Excellent. Could you help me get grounded? Where is this in that complex?
If you are standing at our front door, you are looking at the aeronaut front door, so we are in that,
Courtyard.
that courtyard there, with no street side facing access.
Okay.
And so the entrance is around the corner.
Just as a logistical concern, Aeronaut usually during the summer has that courtyard and actually cards at the front of it. Have you discussed this with them?
Yeah, that's something that we've spoken depth with Summer Nova or Rocky Properties. About how we'll be able to partition that entrance to allow our customers to access. There's a raised walkway there and also ADA access. While still giving most of that area to the Aeronaut customers.
Excellent. No further questions from myself, Commissioner Thomas?
Sure, yeah, I got a few questions, about the entertainment, portion of the application.
Absolutely.
Yeah, can you just, briefly go over or give a little color to the speaker situation and sound that you?
Yeah, looking to just provide background music to our customers, so, Sonos speakers placed throughout, the about 800 square feet, so we'll probably
Yep.
have 2 speakers.
Okay.
Played through an iPad,
Cool. And when you mention, classes and events, those events are just pretty much small size or?
yeah, I've been thinking
Nothing.
like 5 to 10 people
Workshop.
have come, just, our head of product or chief product officer, who's one of our co-founders.
Yep.
Is based here in Somerville, so looking for a space where, for a couple folks to come in, learn how sourdough is made,
Yes.
and just extend the knowledge that she has to the folks within the community.
Excellent, and as far as the indoor seating, I thought I seen 23 indoor seats. You have a few seats in there that are accessible, wheelchair accessible.
That's correct, we'll have one larger table in the middle, that has small stools, and
Yeah.
those can be easily moved to create space. And then we'll have bank desk seating with small tables, also with
Yeah.
chairs on the other side that can be, moved to accommodate anyone needing additional access.
Great, I appreciate those details. No further questions, Commissioner Shannon?
Excellent. Anything else you'd like to say before we go to public comment?
No, we are very excited.
Perfect. Excellent. Michael, would you?
This is a public hearing. If there are any members of the public here to speak on this item, could you please raise your hand in the Zoom lobby or go ahead and approach the podium? Mr. Chair, seeing none.
Excellent. Public hearing is closed. Do I have a motion to approve?
Second,
I'll make the motion in a second. Perfect. All in favor?
aye.
Aye. We have 2 ayes, 1 abstention from Chairman Lynch. Congratulations. Really looking forward to seeing you in the neighborhood.
Wonderful, looking forward to serving grand pastries to the Somerville Media Center.
So am I, Colin. Thank you, Colin.
Thank you, gentlemen, have a great night.
Thanks, you too. Okay, where are we, Michael?
Chair, we go to 18.
18. Did we already take 17?
We're doing the in-person.
In person, sorry. So we're Dante Club, here we are, existing all forms, club license, change of manager. For the Dante Club, DBA Dante Club 5, Dante Terrace, requesting approval of a change of manager. The current manager is James Offiero, proposed manager is Kevin Hannafin. Please state your name for the record.
It's Kevin Hannafin.
Kevin, welcome. What happened to Mr. Offiero? Retired?
Well, he retired from his job, he had some changes in his personal life. So he stayed on, we just had some elections, he stayed on his committee, but he's stepping back from some of the board roles, high roles. Like I said, he had a tragedy, personal stuff, and he wants to slowly step back.
Okay. And Kevin, how long have you been with Dante?
I've been a member 38 years. I just turned 59.
You're a youngster. You're a youngster at the Dante.
Remember when I was 21, I was a member.
Okay. And you tip certified, Kevin?
Wait, what?
Tip certified.
No, I was asked and I had to get that done though.
Okay. We would highly advise you to get tip
So, yeah,
certified.
James told me about that.
You'll be the manager of license, so.
Yes.
Good. Okay. How long has Dante been operating? This is mainly for the Somerville public, so they understand that Dante is one of our oldest clubs in the city.
Since 1907.
1907. Read it and weep, Michael. You have to look at history books to understand what 1907 is. Any other, thank you, Kevin. Any questions, of the applicant for change of manager? Commissioner Thomas,
No questions, Mr. Chair.
Commissioner Allen,
None.
okay. This is not a public hearing, correct? It is not, so I'd like to make a motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye, all three commissioners in the affirmative. Kevin, thanks.
And all set.
Yeah, you're all done?
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Next item on the agenda,
Mr. Chair, through you, item 20, our last in person.
item number 20, come on up, thank you very much. This is an application for an existing all forms restaurant license. They're changing the DBA and change of ownership interest. MCKD LLC DBA Novel, 1153 Broadway, requesting the approval of a change of the DBA and change of ownership interest as described. They're changing the name to Liars.
Yes.
I'm not gonna comment until you tell me why. So the name of it is Liars. The current ownership, Mary Kurth, has 100%. Proposed ownership, Mary Kurth will drop to 80.5 and Martha Campbell will take 12.5. Aubrey Harris will take 7%. Welcome, please state your name for the record. Mary, how long has it been in operation? Yeah,
Still under construction.
and 1153 Broadway is in the Teal Square area?
It's the old True Bistro space.
True Bistro right on the corner of Packard? Curtis, thank you very much. Okay, and it looks like a venture that you and some friends are going into, and you will have an all forms. But you're gonna change the name from Novel to Liars.
It's catchy.
I like it, it's novel, it's novel. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, are there any, financial institutions involved in this? This is all pure private capital. Great, thank you. Commissioner Thomas.
No questions, Mr. Chair.
Very good. Commissioner Allen.
Just idle curiosity, is the concept changing with the name or just the name?
No, just the name. For that first licensing meeting, we needed a name, and I said, write down new in any language.
Understood. No further questions.
Great. Mary, what is the expected opening date? 2026. Are you doing a lot of construction or is this mainly cosmetic?
I mean, we pulled some building permits. We've had to add a bathroom to get our capacity up a little bit. But, you know, we ripped up a carpet and found old tile, ripped up old tile, and found the subfloor was almost non-existent. There's just been lots of additional costs that we're trying to see.
Renovations. Okay, tip certified for the owner of a liquor license. Have you had previous experience with owning a liquor license in the Commonwealth? And what's the name of the restaurant? Got it. Very good. Second venture in Somerville.
Yeah, we're gonna hang out with Somerville.
Love it. Love it. Okay, any other questions from the commissioners? Anything? Anyone else? Michael, this is are you all set? Here. What's it? No, hold on one second. This is a public hearing. Anyone?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Mr. Chair, through you, this is a public hearing. If there are any members of the public who wish to be heard on this item, please raise your hand in the Zoom lobby. Seeing none.
Seeing none, close that part of the public hearing. I'd like to make a motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? All three commissioners in the affirmative. Best wishes. If we can help you along, stay in touch with Michael. Thank you very much.
Have a great night.
Best wishes. Okay, up next, Michael.
Mr. Chair, through you, back to our regularly scheduled programming. We return to
Item 11.
item 11. That is correct.
Item 11, these are all special alcohol licenses. Would you like to assist the chair tonight?
Of course, yeah.
Very good.
Sure.
Take it away for item number 11.
Item number 11 on tonight's docket, Warehouse 11, 255 Washington Street, requesting approval of a special alcohol license, wine and malt for live at Warehouse 11 to be held indoors at 255 Washington Street on the dates listed on the application from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. Do we have anybody on the line for warehouse?
Mr. Chair, through you, I see Peggy. Peggy, are you here? Peggy? There we go. You are unmuted on our end.
Hi, gentlemen. Can you
Hi,
hear
Peggy.
me?
Well, yep, I hear you fine. Welcome back. Can
Thank
please state
you.
your name? Yep, please state your name for the record.
Peggy Morrissey, Warehouse 11, Union Square, Somerville.
Excellent, thank you. And just a brief rundown for these dates.
Yes, they are all music events, starting with 11:21 until 12:31.
Okay, and no prior issues in the past year?
No,
Excellent. I pass it on to you, Commissioner Allen, for any additional questions.
I was gonna ask why the 12/31 date had different times, but then I
Well-
remembered that New Year's exists.
yes, we don't even know if we're going to do New Year's or not. We just said we would apply for it.
Understood. Thank you. No further questions.
Mr. Chair.
No questions. Peggy, have great events. Have a good holiday season down there.
Thank you very much. Thank you all for everything.
Thank you. With that, I'd like to make a motion to approve.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Peggy, thank you so much.
Thank you, gentlemen. Happy Thanksgiving.
You too.
Keep going.
Next up, we have item number 12, which is the Somerville Museum, 1 Westwood Road, requesting approval of a special alcohol license, wine only, for an annual holiday party and opening exhibition, Cratering the Mind, to be held indoors at 1 Westwood Road on December 12th, 2025, and January 15th, 2026, from 7 p.m. through 9 p.m. They are requesting alcohol service. Do we have anybody on the line from the Somerville Museum?
Mr. Chair, I do see a hand raised. You are unmuted on our end.
Hi, welcome. Can you please state your name for the record?
Hi, Stephanie, you're unmuted on our end, but I still see that you are muted on your end.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, thank
Okay.
you, Stephanie. Welcome back.
Thank
Can
you.
please- Yeah, can you please state your name for the record tonight?
Stephanie Marlin Curiel, Executive Director of the Somerville Museum.
Excellent. And just a brief rundown of this exciting event. Looks like it's gonna be on 12/12/2025.
Yes, well, that event, actually, you are you are cordially invited personally by me, but it's actually a private event and we actually didn't need to. It's for members and invitees, private invitation, members and their guests and our personal guests, but we don't actually need to apply for a license for that one.
Excellent. So this is 2 separate events, the annual holiday party and the opening exhibition on 1/15.
Right, and the opening exhibition is actually, it's crafting the mind, not cratering the mind, or not.
Sorry.
It's called crafting the mind.
I'm glad you stepped in with that, Stephanie. I thought he was talking about me when he was saying cratering the mind.
Commissioner Allen, any questions for Stephanie?
Purchasing your alcohol for this from a licensed distributor?
Yes. Yeah, I'm
Perfect.
aware of your list.
You know the list. Perfect. You know the
I know
magic
the
words.
list, and I didn't notice though that beer and wine store you mentioned on Willow Street was on the list. Is that on the list?
I will be clear that package stores are not necessarily licensed distributors.
Okay.
And there is a difference there. So please make sure that you're consulting the right list.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I've been given the list a couple times, so I am consulting, I believe, the right list, and that's why I noticed that store is not on the list.
Perfect.
It would be great if there were some closer stores that were on the list.
There's a request for the city clerk's office to take a look at, because Michael doesn't have enough to do. Michael, can follow that up.
Yeah.
Mr. Chair, any questions?
No questions of the applicant.
Yeah, with that said, Stephanie, thank you. I'd like to make a motion to approve.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you very much.
Next up, item number 13 for the special alcohol licenses. This is from St. Anthony's Parish, 12 Paparazzi Way, requesting approval of a special alcohol license, all forms, for Pavilion 2026 to be held indoors at 12 Paparazzi Way on December 31st, 2025, from 8 p.m. through 1 a.m. Do we have anybody on the line from St. Anthony's?
If you are here to speak on this item, please go ahead and raise your hand in the Zoom lobby. Usually you're pretty good. Mr. Chair, through you, not seeing any hands at the moment. I don't see them.
Recommend you put it at the end of the agenda.
Yeah, so we'll move this one towards the end and move on to item number 14 on tonight's agenda. Is from the Domination of the Virgin Mary, 29 Central Street, requesting approval of a special alcohol license, all forms, for a New Year's Eve party to be held indoors at 29 Central Street on December 31st, 2025, from 9 p.m. through 1 a.m. and they are requesting alcohol service. Do we have anybody on the line, Michael, from the Mission of the Virgin Mary?
I do see a hand raised. You are unmuted on our end.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. Can you please state your name for the record?
Yes, John Karopoulos.
John Karopoulos. John, can you tell us a little bit about the event on December 31st?
Sure, yes. So it's going to be obviously a New Year's Eve party. About 200 people, hopefully. We're trying to sell 200 tickets.
Okay, perfect. I will ship it over to Commissioner Allen for some additional questions.
Excellent, thank you. Will you be purchasing your liquor for this from a licensed distributor?
Yes, sir. From we're looking at Ideal Wine and Spirit, Mystic Valley Parkway, Medford.
Excellent. Alcohol servers going to be tip certified for this event?
Yes, yes.
Excellent. You see that you've been asked to do a fire detail for this event? And have you reached out to the fire department on that, or will you?
Yes, we will. Yes.
Perfect. No further questions.
Mr. Chair.
No questions. How many New Year's Eve parties do you typically, how many New Year's Eve? You only have one New Year's Eve party, but how many years have you been doing this? My recall is you do this every year. Do you know?
Yeah. I don't think we did one last year, but we did one the year before and the year before that. Yeah.
Okay, great. No other questions?
Excellent. I wish you the best of success for these events, and I'd like to make a motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Thank
Thank you and
you.
happy holidays.
Thank you. Same to you. Thank you.
Okay, who wants to go? Special farmer winery licenses. Commissioner Allen.
We'll take a crack at it. Starting with item number 15, Bliss Point Metering, 1 Fox Run Road, Bedford, requesting approval of a special farmer winery license for the Somerville Winners Farmers Market, held indoors at 191 Highland Avenue on Saturdays from 11/22/2025 through 4/11/2026, from 9:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Continued from last month's meeting.
Mr. Chair, I do see a hand raised. You are unmuted on our end. Hey, Tony, you're unmuted on our end. Just go ahead and click the mute button on yours. There we go. Go ahead.
Great, thanks. I'm Tony Venuti. I'm representing Bliss Point Meadery. The owner, Jeff, had some family obligations tonight. So we've been accepted as a vendor at the Somerville Winter Farmers Market, and we're seeking an alcohol permit to sample and sell bottles as a mass farmer winery. We did miss the October meeting and appreciate being rescheduled for tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Tony. Could you this might be one for Michael. Do you remember, it was this one where we renewed, we issued it to them for that one, for the month to bridge them over?
Mr. Chair, through you, yes, that's correct. I believe it was about 2 events, 2 Saturdays.
Understood. Thank you. All right. Thank you for joining us today. Like you say on your application, you've been with Somerville for 4 years, doing this in Somerville for 4 years. We understand slip ups happen, but please do make sure to catch it next time. Otherwise, you may find yourself sitting out 1 or 2.
Understood.
Excellent. Beyond that, yeah, absolutely. No questions from me. Chairman Lynch, anything?
No questions other than see if my recall is here. This is not Bliss Point's first time coming into Somerville, right?
That is correct. We've done the Winter Farmers Market and the Somerville Union Square Farmers Market.
Correct. Okay. Thank you very much. No other questions.
Excellent. Commissioner Thomas?
No questions, Commissioner Allen.
Excellent. With that, I will make a motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes carry. Excellent. We'll see you at the Winter Farmers Market.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Tony.
Keep on trucking to item number, no, we did 16. We're gonna go to 17. Private club without alcohol, entertainment by devices, performers, and patrons, indoor and outdoor. Kings Court Comedy Club, LLC, DBA Kings Court Comedy, 71 Union Square, requesting approval of a private club license without alcohol and entertainment by devices, performers, and patrons, indoors and outdoors. With proposed hours of operation, Sunday through Wednesday, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Thursday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. 0 indoor seats. Is the applicant present?
Mr. Chair, through you, I do see the applicant. You are unmuted on our end.
Hello, good evening. How are we?
Good evening. Doing well, thank you. Could you go ahead and state your name for the record?
My name is Owen Nelson, and I'm here on behalf of Kings Court Comedy.
Excellent. Could you tell us about your concept?
Yep, so Kings Court Comedy is looking to create a members-only arts and performance club in Union Square. That would be a place that's focused on stand-up comedy and creative community, and sort of a safe and engaging space for artists to create and perform.
All right. And as a private club, I guess what would membership entail? Is this something that somebody could walk up to and become a member of, or are you envisioning more of a process?
We will allow people to enter the space and request membership in the space. We also have plans to add a section to our website to allow that. But this is not a place that would be a public access space. So you'd need to be a member to come to our programming.
And members would be allowed to bring guests, theoretically.
Correct.
Okay. Could you describe where you are going to be in the 71 Union Square building?
Yeah, there is a second and third level. So there's a second floor space and a mezzanine. And we've uploaded the floor plans for these in both our private club application, and then we also have a building permit for the change of use for the space. And so all of that is detailed in there.
All right, thank you. And these have a separate entrance on the street front from the existing use?
It is the same entrance, but there's an elevator that would take members to the second and third floor.
Okay. I'm gonna go to Commissioner Thomas for any other for questions from him.
Yeah, once again, thank you for choosing Somerville. Just want to talk about the food situation. Any plans to go for a food license or alcohol license at some point?
We have no plans to go for a alcohol license. Our current food license situation, we're only going to be providing snacks and prepackaged. So through our discussion with health, we were told that we don't need a food license for what we're serving now. There is the potential for us to expand maybe in the future if we have more funding to add sort of like a light coffee shop. But that would be about the extent of what we'd be serving from a food perspective.
Yeah, just the idea would be to keep it consistent with the other establishments in the area that do serve all of the above. No further questions. Commissioner Arnold.
Right, Chairman Lynch.
Thank you very much. Let me see, I'm sorry, I have a series of questions, let me just make sure. Owen, 71 Union Square, can you tell me the name of the establishment that occupies that building?
There is a cookies cannabis dispensary on the lower level.
So that occupies the first floor.
First floor, and then King's Court would be on the second and third floors.
And can you describe to me the access into the second floor again? I know you mentioned it, that we enter from Union Square. And are
You
we
enter
entering
from the 71 entrance, and then there is an elevator, and this is separate from the establishment on the first floor. There's also stairs in accordance with fire, but we'd be using the elevator entrance, in case there are people who have disabilities or difficulty with stairs, and then they would enter through that space and go to the second floor.
Got it. And then on the exit in the back of the building, is there an elevator in the back of the building, or is it strictly a staircase that will take you down from the second floor?
There is a staircase, and then that elevator is also an exit point, so we can have people exiting from that elevator.
Correct. And in the back staircase, where does that come out? Does that come out directly into the back of the building, or does that come out into the first floor?
That, I'm looking at the diagram right here. So that comes out to, I believe, an alley in the back of the building.
Okay. Well, right off the bat, let me just help you with this. I have to have some more information about this address, because we currently have a licensee at the address of 71 Union Square. So I'm just flagging that for now, okay? And then in the application, it asks you, are you offering seating for the consumption of food on premises? And your answer is yes.
So the reason why the indoor seats is currently listed at 0 is because we're waiting on our final occupancy from ISD. And so that is a process that we're currently going through with the building permit, and it's pending one approval.
Okay. But it's indicating you have about 1,400 square feet in total?
Yes.
Okay. There's a mezzanine involved here.
Correct.
Mezzanine's about 400 square feet. And then entrances into the indoor premises is 2, exits from the indoor premises is 2. So that's the elevator and the staircase.
Correct.
Okay. No outdoor seating?
No.
1,800 square feet, hours of operation. Live stand-up comedy, musical performances, DJs, art events, and recorded music between shows. Is this asking for entertainment by devices indoors? Why is this not asking for entertainment by performers?
Performers is on the application.
But I'm looking at the agenda. Am I looking at the right one? No, hold on, please. Sorry, I am. Entertainment by devices, performers, and patrons, indoor and outdoor. So I guess the question is, what is the outdoor?
The outdoor would just be seasonal and potentially DJs, but it'd be limited to that.
Okay, so I just asked the question if you were having seating outdoors, and the answer, I think the response was no. But now you're proposing to have outdoor seating with entertainment?
I think there may be a miscommunication. When I'm saying outdoor, the space has a porch area, and yes, correct, we would not have seating, but there may be a DJ with a performing device standing there performing.
You are proposing to use that balcony area for perhaps a DJ?
Correct.
Or a performer? Got it. Okay, I'm trying to get a good sense of. Okay, Michael, do we have any other applicants who have club only with no alcohol and no food?
Mr. Chair, through you, no, we do not.
We do not. So this is a new one on me too. Okay. Occasional dancing. Okay, do we have an application for a dance floor on the application?
Mr. Chair, through you, my understanding is that was encompassed by entertainment by patrons.
Entertainment by patrons, okay? Because they are proposing to have a dance floor. So it's live comedy, musical performances, DJs. Programming is curated to highlight arts and culture while maintaining a safe environment for adult members. Okay? Patrons perform indoors, yes. Occasional dancing during music events and light participation, interactive shows. All on private property. Okay. DJs, permanent. Why, oh, this is a public hearing. Okay. Additional indoor devices are planned. No additional outdoor devices are planned. Okay. Okay, you did, Owen, you did some outreach with Counselor JT Scott?
Correct.
Yep, okay, and that was in September, private club. Support and interest. Mailing notices to the abutters. We done mailing notices to abutters?
Mr. Chair, through you, this does, because there's no alcohol, there was no butter notification, but this was advertised in the newspaper.
Has been advertised publicly, thank you. Good.
I have a few questions, Mr. Chair.
Sure, I'm finishing, all right, I think I've got it. All right, so this is an application which is unique, because I don't ever remember a club license without alcohol or food. But Commissioner Thomas,
I was running this one.
oh, sorry, I am sorry. Oh, what did I have? Get out of the driver's seat, Joe.
I'm gonna use, I'll give it back to you, Commissioner Thomas, in a second. I wanted to drill down a little bit on the entertainment outdoors. Of your square footage, how much is actually outside versus inside?
Outside, I would say it's approximately 100 square feet. And I will say it's not integral to what we're planning to do to have outdoor entertainment. And so if it presents more issues, then it's not something that we're in love with.
Okay, and I guess we'll see what the rest of the commission thinks about it. But yeah, my first immediate thought is that it's just not necessary. I would agree with your assessment. With that, actually, I will go back over to Commissioner Thomas for his questions.
Yeah, I just want to talk about the layout of that building. Right now, it's branded towards Cookies. About 90% signage. Are you planning on changing the signage, which is my first question? And the second question is, like, how would the entrance work for Kings?
So in regards to the first half of your question and signage, as we are a private members only club, we're not going to have any public facing signage on the front of the building. And the entrance will be separated by nature of we will have the door staffed at the bottom of the elevator. And so when we are having events and our members are looking to access those events, they will be speaking in coordination with the Kings Court Comedy team member, and that person will bring them to the space and invite them to the space.
So right now, Cookies uses that space before the elevator for check-in. Have
Yes.
you discussed with them?
Yes, we have discussed with them taking that space and sort of splitting it into a multi-use space and
Correct.
using that as a space for us as well as for Cookies to direct their customers and then to direct our members upwards.
So this is going to be a combination of cannabis dispensary and comedy club.
Are you planning on operating with any age restrictions for your establishment?
We will be a 21 plus establishment.
Okay, will you be carding at the checkpoint as well?
We will be carding at the checkpoint, though we have no plans of alcohol at the space.
Okay. I definitely, I think whatever we do today, we probably will need to continue this simply because I think there are a lot of. What you are proposing requires modifying the floor plan of another licensee. And to be clear, a very highly, tightly controlled application of a licensee. I heavily dislike the fact that applications are intermingling. I really do try to keep them separate to the best of our ability. But what you are describing to me today physically overlaps. Let me guess, did you have any more questions, Chairman Lynch?
I do. Owen, are you the sole owner of this club?
Currently, yes, I am.
Currently, meaning you may invite additional partners in.
We are potentially looking to scale the operation as we move beyond comedy. And so I will likely need to expand the business and add more people.
Got it. And do you have on file, I think you mentioned before, you have applied for a building permit?
Yes, we
to
have.
do some things to the second floor of 71 Union Square.
Correct.
Okay, and what is that site currently used for? The second floor of 71 Union Square?
It's currently vacant, and it's been vacant since the building was constructed, I believe in 2021.
Mm-hmm. And is that used for any kind of community events or community benefits, or was it tied to the recreational shop?
To my knowledge, no.
Okay. Okay, I think I have information about what the application is about, but I still have a sticking point, as Commissioner Allen eloquently put it. We have an existing licensee with that address, and we are now being asked to issue another license at the same address. So without getting further guidance from all the other departments in the city, I'm in concurrence that we have to continue this until we get a full explanation of not running afoul of having two licensees at one address.
I think the building is two separate entities, if you look at it like that, but the entrance is just shared by the cannabis dispensary, which is the main concern.
I understand what you're saying, but Michael, if you could you look up for us Union Leaf /cookies and give us the address that's on file?
Mr. Chair, through you, the license address is 7172 Union Square. It does encompass both street addresses.
Got it.
And this would be a similar issue that we had with Papa Sushi
Correct.
historically, where, and I think as a result, there are two things. A, the address overlapping, and B, within the proposals, the physical space overlapping.
Right.
More broadly, and we've said this with alcohol, and I think it's the same thing here, even with different licenses. Having the physical space of two licensees overlap creates ambiguity about who is responsible for that area. And that is I think we need to both get clarity on this in terms of how it relates to the existing licensee and get consultation from other city departments.
I would agree wholeheartedly with that.
I would then make the recommendation to the city clerk that we are going to continue the item until the January meeting.
Yeah.
And that we would request from the city clerk interpretation from them, as well as possibly the city solicitor and ISD. Fire department would also be involved in this because they need to know the exact addresses and what the facility is used for.
I agree. Owen, anything else that you'd like to add before we take a vote to continue this? Michael, you had
No.
something?
I just had a quick question in regards to the term overlap is being used a lot. The space that we are looking to create has no affiliation with Cookies and would be in an entirely different location, albeit inside the same building, but I think distinctly separated. So I'm just a little bit confused, but that is all.
As part of reviewing the application for Cookies, we reviewed the floor plan just the way that we're doing with yours. And as part of theirs, it's that airlock, if you want to call it that, the security checkpoint at the front. That is part of their establishment as reviewed and approved by the Somerville Licensing Commission and the Cannabis Control Commission. And that security checkpoint is a critical part of their infrastructure, both as a part of municipal regulations and as a part of state law. I am not saying that what you are proposing is impossible, but I cannot vote on it today without confirming that we are not making a misstep.
Thank you.
Michael?
Mr. Chair, through you, we have advertised this as a public hearing, so that public hearing could still take place tonight, and then any subsequent action on this application will have been heard by the public and satisfy that requirement.
I appreciate your diligence. Would you be so kind as to open up public comment?
Absolutely. Mr. Chair, through you, this is a public hearing. If there are any members of the public here to speak on this item, could you please raise your hand in the Zoom lobby? Mr. Chair, seeing none.
Excellent. Public comment is closed for this. I'll make a motion to continue this to the January meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you, Owen. We'll be in communication if we have any follow-up questions from you in advance of that, and we will discuss this in January.
Thank you. Good evening.
Excellent. Keep it on trucking to, which I would like you to take, please, because I will accuse myself.
Thank you very much. Item number 19. Commissioner Allen is recusing himself from discussion and voting on number 19, Atelier PRB LLC, DBA Cafe Saint Germain, 120 Beacon Street, requesting approval of entertainment by devices outdoors. This is a public hearing. Is the licensee present?
If you are the licensee here to speak on this item, could you please raise your hand in the Zoom lobby? Mr. Chair, through you, I do not see this licensee.
Okay, we had one that we put to the end of the agenda, and I think it was a special alcohol license. And that was for St. Anthony,
Correct.
St. Anthony Parish.
We have two that we haven't gotten to yet, though,
Oh, sorry. What are they?
23 and 24.
My apologies, my apologies. Item number 23. We did lawn bar. We did not do item number 23, Olivia's Kitchen. My apology to the applicant. Item number 23 is Lemporio Inc., DBA Olivia's Kitchen, 711 Broadway, requesting approval of an all-form 7-day restaurant license, common victular and entertainment by devices indoors. This is for alcohol service, the hours and the days of the week as described, food service, hours and days of the week as described. This is a public hearing. Is the applicant present?
Mr. Chair, through you, I do see the hand raised. You are unmuted on our end.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. If you could identify yourself for the record, please.
Yeah, I'm Simona Sbano. Nice to meet you. Good evening to everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Tell us a little bit about your new restaurant venture.
Yeah, this is our second location. We have another place in Stoneham. Over there, we make just sandwiches and grab and go food. A lot of our client ask to us a place for open like a dinner restaurant, and we try to find a place for one here, and the chance brought us to Somerville at the 711 Broadway, where the taco party was the owner of the place. And this is an Italian restaurant. I'm from Italy. I'm here from 2023, and I wanna try to make my best with the Italian kitchen and the Italian food. And this is a little space. We have just 34 seats, and that's it. This is an real Italian restaurant.
Terrific, terrific. Welcome to Somerville. We hope we can help you be successful here. In your site in Stoneham, did you say you had an all forms liquor license up there?
No, we have
No.
just the vectorizer. Yeah.
Okay, is this the first time you will have ownership of a liquor license in a city?
Yes, because I'm owner of a visa and is a new permit that the state of Massachusetts can give to the stranger for take the liquor license, and I'm new. This is the first one.
Got it. You've done your homework. You understand why I was asking you that question. Very good. Okay, so you're gonna be tip certified and you're gonna be hiring some wait staff. Advise you to have them tip certified as well.
Yeah, I'm working
Yeah.
for the tip certified.
Very good. Very good. And I understand anecdotally that you met one of the owners of a restaurant down there and he's been very helpful to you.
Sorry?
Michael from across the street?
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. So it's always good to hear that our neighborhood restaurants are helping each other. I have no other questions, Commissioner Thomas.
Simona, thank you for choosing Somerville.
Thank you.
Yeah, no further questions. Thank you for the detailed report. Everything looks great. No questions, Mr. Chair.
Very good, Commissioner Allen.
No further questions for this applicant.
Very good. No other questions from the applicant. We have a public hearing.
Mr. Chair, through you, this is a public hearing. If there are any members of the public who wish to be heard on this item, please go ahead and raise your hand in the Zoom lobby. Mr. Chair, seeing none.
Seeing none, close that part of the public hearing. Commissioner Allen would like to.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All three commissioners in the affirmative. Congratulations. I look forward to visiting your establishment soon. What's your
Thank you.
expected opening date?
I think 2 weeks. We try to fix everything and to clean all the restaurant because it's a little bit dirty. And I think, and I hope in 2 weeks to open for the winter, for the Christmas.
Very good. We wish you success.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Good night.
Item
Have a
number
good night.
24, AYT Foods LLC DBA The Blue Elephant, 719 Broadway, requesting approval of an all forms 7-day restaurant license and entertainment by devices indoors. Hours of operation for alcohol and food as described, days of the week, indoor seats 44. This is a public hearing. Is the applicant present?
Through the applicant here to speak, I see a hand raised. You are unmuted on our end.
Hi, good evening. My name is Alvin Pratama. I'm the owner of the Blue Elephant.
Good evening, Alvin. You've been open for a while and now you're going for all forms, 7 days, alcoholic beverage.
Yes, we've been there for a year now, and some of our customers have asked for alcoholic beverages. Some of them actually ask whether we serve alcohol first before they decide to come and dine with us. And so I think this is a good time that to apply for an alcohol license.
Very good, thank you. Is this the first time you will be obtaining an alcoholic beverage license under your name?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and you understand the rules and regulations of the Commonwealth in the city?
Yes, I do.
Very good. Commissioner Thomas.
No questions, Mr. Chair.
Commissioner Allen.
Are you in the process of becoming tip certified?
Yes, I am. I'm planning to get the tip certification.
Excellent. Please make sure that your wait staff follow in your footsteps. No
Will
further
do.
questions.
Very good. Alvin, you all set? We're gonna go to the public. Okay,
This is a public hearing. If there are any members of the public who wish to be heard on this item, could you please raise your hand in the Zoom lobby? Mr. Chair, seeing none.
seeing none, close that part of the public hearing and make a motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Alvin, congratulations. See you soon.
Thank you so much. Good evening.
Thank you. We did have a special alcohol license request that got moved to the end. That was for St. Anthony Parish. Am I correct?
Mr. Chair, through you, that is correct. I did send this applicant, an email I would note for the commission that this event is scheduled on December 31st. There are no additional licensing commission meetings between now and then. We have a couple of options. We could take a brief recess and I could attempt to call the applicant. Another option is, this is an applicant that this commission does know well. They're frequently here before the commission. Typically, they are here and reliable. I'm not aware of any issues they've had. One event could be approved by this commission in its discretion, even though they have not appeared. Happy to do whatever you guys would prefer.
Commissioner Allen. Just make sure everyone knows what we're talking about. We're recalling a no-show for St. Anthony Parish. They're requesting a New Year's Eve party till 1 a.m. Commissioner Allen.
I would hew to the standard that people with a long-standing relationship with the licensing commission have shown a history of being responsible in the licenses that they have been issued, get one freebie. I could go that way or go special meeting. I definitely would not just punt it altogether.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Thomas.
Sometimes I wish I could just take the transcript from. I agree.
Michael, to your knowledge, have we ever given a freebie to St. Anthony's Parish for non-appearance?
Mr. Chair, through you, not in the 2 years that I've been here. They have an item on almost every agenda and they've been here for almost every meeting.
Okay. All right, to my knowledge, there are no complaints ever in my 9 years. How many years you've been here? 8?
I've been here for 6.5.
6.5, so I'm 8. To my knowledge, I'm sorry.
Did you have a number?
We're talking about our numbers.
No, like. Number 13, did they have?
Oh,
What?
A capacity, is this a
yeah,
big 300?
these are usually large.
Those, it's probably 200. Look it up. Keith.
Yeah,
Can you implement the detail on something like that without the applicant being present?
Yeah, these are repeat events during the winter time. It's all indoors, all parking is done in their
Yeah.
own parking lot. They always have tip certified bartenders. They buy from a distributor. There are no citations from Somerville Police Department on any issues involved with this application.
The only reason why I asked.
Yep.
Because in the past, we have recommended for larger sized events.
Correct. Well, let's look it up. It's in the, Mr. Potter.
Mr. Chair, through you, this was reviewed by fire prevention and approved on the condition that a fire detail will be required. So this applicant is aware that this is going to be required of them.
Yes, and I think that's standard for these folks because they do have heating elements inside their kitchen in the basement of the church. So standard operating procedure. Do we have the number of attendees, expected number of attendees?
Mr. Chair, through you, it does say between 300 and 400 attendees.
Okay, all right. Why don't we be safe then? Sorry, Captain Sheehan. We have an estimated 300 to 400 attendees on New Year's Eve at St. Anthony Parish annual event. Responsible, do you want a patrol requested?
Captain Sheehan?
Captain Sheehan's sitting there going, I can hear them and I can't make it back to the phone quick
Here we
enough."
go. Here we go. I had the wrong button. Yes, I would request for that number of people, I would request that they would reach out and attempt to get a police detail.
Very good, very good. That's why I brought you in, Captain Sheehan.
Okay.
So both fire and police would like details. I feel much better that both fire and police are requesting details. Let's do it. Make a motion to approve in absentia.
second.
All those in favor? Aye. Aye. Thank you very much. Thank you, fire and police. We're all set. Next one, next.
Mr. Chair, through you, there is one more item continued. That is item 19, Cafe Saint-Germain.
Okay, Cafe Saint-Germain. What happened to our friends at Atelier PRB LLC Cafe at 120 Beacon Street?
Mr. Chair, through you, I don't see that licensee in attendance. However, I would note again for this commission that this was a properly noticed public hearing. The public hearing could still take place. This is for an outdoor entertainment by devices license. That season is nearly over, so the applicant could come back at a
Yeah.
later time and conduct the public hearing.
Not critical. Let's go ahead to the public hearing. The applicant, make a note of it. The applicant is not present, but we're conducting the public hearing. Any members of the public wish to be heard on this application for Saint Germain, Cafe Saint Germain?
Mr. Chair, through you, if there are any members of the public who wish to be heard on this item, could you please raise your hand in the Zoom lobby? And Mr. Chair, through you, seeing none.
Seeing none, it is my intention to keep the public hearing open until the January meeting. Let's continue the item until January.
Understood.
Thank you very much. Anything else? Okay, let's go do a wrap up here. This is the last meeting, regular scheduled meeting of the Somerville Licensing Commission and the year in review. Once again, commissioners, congratulations to us that we got through another year. No appeals, no overturns, no nothing. And I want to give a special shout out to Michael Potier, who has done yeoman's work at the city clerk's office. To our liaisons, Lieutenant Otting, Captain Sheehan, Nikki Aurora, Brian Postaway, all of our folks in the city clerk's office, especially our new mom, Andrea Torres, who is a brand new mom. All of you, we cannot do our work here at the Licensing Commission without your assistance. So thank you very much. Anything else, commissioners, before we sign off for 2025? Wishing all of our licensees a very healthy and happy holiday season. To the Somerville public, please support our dining and nightlife licensees. They still need our patronage. Commissioner Thomas. You good?
You couldn't said it better.
Very good. Commissioner Allen.
Absolutely. I concur.
Very good. Commissioner Allen wants to make a motion.
To adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everybody. See you in January.